Hello Aquarius, and welcome to your April 2026 tarot card reading. We're going to get started with a spirit animal to get a sense of the energy you're moving into for this April. Dog spirit, be loyal to what you love. That's good advice for us all. Be loyal to what you love. We tend to get off track, right? Get pulled away. Sometimes we find ourselves on other people's path, meander. But if we stay true to what we love, hopefully we stay on track. All right, Six of Pentacles. This card's coming up a lot. Page of Wands and the Page of Cups. Nine of Wands, Queen of Wands, the Tower, Two of Cups, Four of Swords, and the Page of Swords. Wow, we've got some new beginnings here. I love the new energy coming in with the pages. And I also like be loyal to what you love. Listen, the Queen of Wands, right in the heart of your reading, is the mistress of manipulation and manifestation. And she is, without a doubt, one of the most powerful queens. She's charming, she's beguiling, and she has the power, to persuade, to, kind of get her own way of things, for people to see, her side of things, because she has a passionate outlook. It's almost addicting, it's magnetic, it pulls you in, and it's because she only pursues what she loves. She only pursues what, stirs her passion. That's it. That's the key, right, to it all. So that's your reminder. Be loyal to what you love, and in the heart of your reading, of course, is the Queen of Wands. Now, the Six of Pentacles also is leading off, and there's a little bit of a balance that's being called in for this month. And of course there is. There's a lot of energy, including your ruler, Uranus, who is going to be making some tower moments for us all. Yes, the unpredictable, sudden, impactful, ruler of yours is going to be shocking us all, into a new direction. And I love that the Queen of Wands is looking over there, because she's like, I am loving this, and I'm loving this because if you're stuck, if you're unable to see what the universe sees for you, if you're unable to move on and move up, then this thing is going to happen for you. This environment that's being really supported by a bunch of planets in Aries is going to really shake up your life, shake up an area where you really need some shaking up, and I love it. Now for me, I am looking at this Page of Swords down here, and the reason I'm looking at the Page of Swords down here is because it's interesting how these two pages, this new beginning, started up here, but the Page of Swords is kind of like ending this little story. So kind of the beginning of the story, we have to get in balance. Yes, we have to continue to pursue our passion, be young at heart and joyful about it, be loyal to it, and be open to these new opportunities that are coming away. Open up our heart, open up our mind, right? Now, that I'm getting, but the Page of Swords down here is kind of like the end of this story, and it's right next to the Four of Swords. My take on this is your energy for sure, and you're taking some time out here with this Four of Swords. Now, swords are your energy, they're air signs, and they are our communications, our information, our facts, the way we connect with people. And this happens to coincide, by the way, with where all of these stellium of planets are in Aries, in your third house of communications and information. And there is a time for you to pull back here and to think about how you want to communicate things. And the reason I'm saying this is because your words carry a lot of weight. They do. They can inspire, they can incite, they can do a lot. People are listening to what you have to say, Aquarius, and I'm not surprised. Some of you are scholars, some of you are academic mentors, some of you are publishers, writers, you know, and you're wordsmiths, and you have social media accounts online, so you have followers and you know, patrons, and you have a community which relies on you, which is also the third house. And things are going to be shaken up in that area for you too, which is what the tower represents. So some of you are moving on to new communities, online and in real life. And some of you are going to be taking a different role. And I think it's going to be a little bit more of it's going to be a moment for you. I think it's going to be, you're going to provide some resources for people. You're going to require a platform for people, you know, to voice their concerns, to voice their ideas. That's beautiful. Of course you would do that because you're interested in the collective. Uranus is interested in the collective, your ruler. And with this new beginning, meaning all the old stuff that no longer has any value in our life is going to be, you know, shaken and destroyed. You know, that's what the tower is. It's coming down. It's tumbling down. It's going to open up a path for the future. And listen, Uranus doesn't have any patience for anybody that's holding on to regrets, anger, holding on to grievances, grudges. This is what the Nine of Wands is. You're in this circle and you're like, I am not going to forget what this person did for me. And I'm not, you know, ready to forgive this. And you're feeling like put upon, and, you know, kind of, it puts you in a weakened state, Aquarius. It puts you in a victim state. And you, above all signs, it just doesn't fit. Victimhood does not fit. It's not a good fit for anybody, but especially for you. You're powerful. Uranus is the great awakener. Uranus is the one that says, leave the past behind. This is what he's trying to do. Leave the past behind. Don't have tolerance to hold on to any grudges, any misgivings, you know, any ill feelings, you know. It's time to embrace the future. And I think the future is going to be great for you. You've got the Two of Cups waiting for you over here, which tells me there's going to be a beautiful connection. And it's going to be heartfelt. They're cups. It's sentimental. It's, you know, it's beautiful. And if you open yourself up to it, it can lead you further down your new beginning. Now, that Uranus is the great awakener and advances us in technology. Things are going to move quickly, and you are the person that is going to help spread that message. Uranus is your ruler. You are a wordsmith. You're a great communicator. You're cerebral by nature, but the caveat is leave that behind. That's not what you love. That's not what you love. You love to hold on to, you know, grievances sometimes, but that is not who you are. You are bold, you are a pioneer, and you are about the future, and you're getting ready to take us to a whole new dawn, and I can't wait to see what you do. All right, so we're going to get one last card here to close out the reading. Well, this is perfect. This is letting go. I surrender joyously to the ebbing and flowing of light. All right, look at the two cards next to this. Be joyful about letting go of that and also that. I hope it resonated. If it has, please like, share, and subscribe. Wishing you all balance, peace, and harmony. Take care.